Beats Planet.
Yeah. What's happening, y'all? It is the Lombardi. We haven't done this in a while. We just been putting some things together. We've been making some moves. We've been upgrading the channel. A lot of those upgrades, let me fix my volume. A lot of those upgrades you guys have experienced already. Seems like you've been digging those. More on the way. And we got a lot more upgrading to do. So appreciate y'all for staying patient. Appreciate y'all for tuning on in. Let me do a couple things here before we get started. So we got 1, had 2, 0. All right, cool. So of course, how these live streams go, plenty of y'all have been here before. The rest of y'all may be new to this, but I just kind of want to talk about some things. And I'm not going to take too long. That's what the other shows are for. I just want to talk about some things, and then I'm going to open up the phones to get y'all's thoughts and opinions, okay? So when we do the filibuster soliloquies, I'm basically talking without y'all cutting me off. Y'all feel free to fuss, scream, and cut me off today, because that's what these live streams are for. So appreciate y'all for being here. But we got the news today, man. My hotline blinged, and Aldon Smith is officially part of the team. So now I ain't really gotta speculate. We ain't really gotta, dib-a-dab around the words or whatever. We can really treat Aldon Smith as if he's going to be a part of this thing. Now, in real life, my stance hadn't changed too much. In real life, my Aldon Smith take is exactly what it is. It's just that now I get to deliver it with a little more nuance, maybe a little more context, maybe with a little more confidence now that I know he's actually going to be a part of the team. So first of all, let me say this. And if y'all want to get in touch with the show, it is incredibly easy, because when I'm done talking, we're going to go straight to the phones, and I would love to hear what y'all got to say. I would love to hear your questions, and I'll answer them. The number's on the screen. It is in the description. 515-606-5187, access code 309104. That's everything you need. So the thing about Aldon Smith, right, is that there's literally no risk here with Aldon Smith, but there's incredible upside with Aldon Smith. And I think that's what's so fantastic about this move, right? It's like, if he comes in, first of all, he just got his first bit of guaranteed money. The fact that he was reinstated, I think he's making like $500,000 right now. So that may be the quickest bread he's possibly made in years. So shouts out to that. But he only gets more money the more practices he makes. He only gets more money the more preseason games that he plays. He has a full cap of $4 million that he can make. Y'all know what he got to do to get the $4 million? He got to get 14 sacks and play a full season to get $14 million. To get $4 million. 14 sacks to get $4 million. And I mean, shit, if you get 14 sacks, take my money. Take it. I'll put $25 in the damn GoFundMe to get that man his $4 million for his 14 sacks. But if he does not get those if he does not get that $4 million, if he does not reach his guaranteed, he's only like what, less than $2 million or something like that. So we're not losing anything by acquiring Aldon Smith. Now, what I like to do on this show is I like to prepare y'all for these I Am Legend monsters. I like to prepare y'all for these people that move more so on emotion than logic. Because there's going to be a bunch of people. Some of them are going to be Eagles fans. Some of them are going to be various fans in the National Football League. Hell, and it breaks my heart to say this, but some of them going to be Cowboy fans. Somebody's gonna say to you, and I just want y'all to have this in your back pocket, just ready to roll, have this trap card just ready to go, face down. Somebody's gonna say, well, Voch, why are you so excited about Aldon Smith when he ain't played football in 7 years, or good football in 7 years? Everybody listening right now, I have a list of reasons why you should be excited about Aldon Smith and why that 7-year mark really doesn't matter. Because what they're going to try to... Inside Harold is one of those I'm legend, maybe. So what we're trying to get people to understand here about Aldon Smith. First of all, they may try to bait you into making their point for him, right? They'll bait you and they'll say, "Oh well, Voch, he's never gonna he ain't gonna be Robert Quinn. Why y'all think you got a superstar? He's not the old Aldon Smith." Cool. Let's say he's not the old Aldon Smith. We're not only looking for one player here. We're not looking for one particular thing. We may not need a Pro Bowler at right defensive end. It'll be nice to have one, but we're not looking for one. Last year, Joe Jackson had 0 sacks. Dorrance Armstrong had 2 sacks. Kerry Hyder had 1 sack. If you can come in and give us 1 sack, you're better than Joe Jackson. If we get 2 sacks, you're better than Kerry Hyder. He ain't even on the team no more. So you need depth. You need backup guys. If he get 2 sacks, he's better than Kerry Hyder. If he gets 3, he's better than Dorrance Armstrong, bro. He ain't got to come in and he ain't got to get double-digit sacks to be better than Robert Quinn. That may not be his thing. If he gets 12 sacks, he'll be better than Robert Quinn. But at the end of the day, I'm going to throw my hands up and be like, cool. But what if he doesn't get double-digit sacks and he's not better than Robert Quinn? What if he only gets 10 sacks and we need 11 sacks to be better than Robert Quinn? If Randy Gregory gets you 1 sack and Aldon Smith gets you 10 sacks, that is 11 sacks, ladies and gentlemen, which is better than Robert Quinn. We don't need one guy to get it done. We just need it to be done. You know what I'm saying? Hypothetically, and trust me, there's somebody in the comments that's going to correct me on this. Please, I implore y'all to correct me on this. Let's just say, for instance, the Cowboys got 25 sacks last year. That's probably not the number because I just made it up. But let's just say the Cowboys got 25 sacks last year. If we get 50 sacks this year, it don't matter who the hell we get it from. You can separate them joints. You can distribute them evenly between Gregory, Smith, Crawford, Van Der Esch, Jalen. As long as that number goes up, we win. He ain't got to be Robert Quinn. He ain't got to be Jadeveon Clowney, because Jadeveon Clowney going to cost you 16 and he only got 3 sacks. So if Jadeveon Clowney going to cost you 16 to $18 million with 3 sacks and Aldon Smith can get you 5 for $1 million. So my whole thing is, I don't want Cowboy fans to get into this whole, where are we going to get this from? Or this guy isn't here anymore. Y'all want to know the one thing I hate the most? And I'm going to say this in one of my blogs later. You know the one thing I hate the most? Somebody will be like, oh, where are we going to find another Robert Quinn? First of all, we found Robert Quinn in the produce section at Walmart last year. We ain't had to look hard to find a Robert Quinn. We found him. It cost $8 million, a 5th-round draft pick. Boom, we got Robert Quinn. If Robert Quinn costs you $9 million, Tyrone Crawford probably takes a pay cut. Aldon Smith probably going to make $1 to $2 million. Randy Gregory definitely going to make $1 to $2 million. You replace Robert Quinn properly and you save money. And that's what I appreciate about this new Cowboy regime. We not just jumping at the first little bait that you throw at us. We're not just going to jump at everything like that, because for $9 million, you got Robert Quinn, good pass rusher, bad run player. For less than $9 million, we got 3 players that can play run and can play pass. Y'all hate on Tyrone Crawford all you want to, but when he start to play right defensive end, you going to notice the run game going to look real different than when Robert Quinn was here. Y'all notice every time the defense got absolutely toe up, it was either over the middle or the Robert Quinn side. You ever notice that? All the tacklers on the right side, like the offense's right side, you would be running into D-Law, Jalen, and Cheeto over there. But on the other side, it would be Antoine Woods, Robert Quinn, and like Anthony Brown that slide or something. Of course I'm going to run to the left side. What you think? Why you think DeMarcus Lawrence was one of the higher rated defensive ends versus the run this year? And trust me, we're going to have the conversation about y'all ungrateful asses and how y'all treating DeMarcus Lawrence this year. Trust me, it's coming. But we're talking about Robert Quinn and Aldon Smith and Randy Gregory. We'll talk about D-Law later. Y'all notice that every time they would run, they would just run the ball, the Robert Quinn side. They'll find a way to block Van Der Esch, and they'll move Antoine Woods around because he's easy to be moved. And, next thing you know, your damn nickel corner getting pushed around and Robert Quinn didn't get off the block. Next thing you know, Aaron Jones got 4 touchdowns. Next thing you know, Tyrone Crawford coming back is going to be bigger than what y'all think it's going to be. And I just want us as Cowboy fans to embrace something positive. That's all. I don't want y'all to look at Tyrone Crawford and be like, oh, Voch, he's not good enough. Because we're not in team building mode. Team building mode is when you look for people that's not good enough, and then you fix that. If you building a team and Tyrone Crawford on your team, then maybe Tyrone Crawford shouldn't be on your team. We trying to win a Super Bowl, which is different. If you trying to win a Super Bowl, you're not trying to save money. So you need as many people on your team that can play for you. Tyrone Crawford, you may not like his salary cap number. You may not like his sack number, but he can play for you. He may not be your best defensive end. Aldon Smith probably won't be your best defensive end, but he can play for you. If Aldon Smith can be an eighth of what he is, he's better than Joe Jackson. And that's a win. You want to know why? Because last year, Joe Jackson had to play for you. Aldon Smith ain't got to be 19 sack guy. He ain't got to be San Francisco guy. Be better than Kerry Hyder and we good. That's it. That's it. Robert Quinn may get more sacks than Tyrone Crawford, but if you stop the run better than Robert Quinn, Tyrone Crawford, you have a place on my team, sir. That's it. That's it. And I know I get kind of passionate about, I'm not saying y'all wrong. I'm not saying nobody's wrong. But this is my opinion. And I just get real passionate and I start screaming when it comes to my opinion. That's it. So when it comes to Aldon Smith, first of all, they say he's in fantastic shape, by the way. And this brings me to my next point, and then we're gonna get into the phone call. So appreciate y'all for being so patient with me tonight. Law Nation in the damn chat box. Shouts out to you, Law Nation. Appreciate you. Aldon Smith, right? Let's take. It's 2 kinds of players on this team, right? It's 2 kinds of players. On one side, you got guys like Aldon Smith, Randy Gregory, and just for the sake of saying that it's like multiple guys, like we'll say a guy like David Irvin. He ain't on this team. He ain't here. But I'm just trying to give you an example. David Irvin, Randy Gregory, Aldon Smith. Of course, they all are a part of Team Toxic in their own special ways, but let's just put them in one category. The other category, we got guys like DeMarcus Lawrence, guys like Dorrance Armstrong, guys like Malik Collins. Let's just say that. So let's take a look at this other side, right? Let's take a look at Malik Collins, Dorrance Armstrong, D-Law. The way they play football, they have to be very current. What do I mean by current? I said this on Law Nation show. What do you mean by current? Is that they have to be in such a flow of things to be great or to be solid or to be good. You know, they are guys that win off technique. They win in this one particular style. They win in this one particular fashion, to where if I'm D-Law and I sit out for like 3 years, I got to relearn how to use my hands. I got to relearn how to capture the edge. You know, I got to relearn how to grab wrists, how to use technique and things like that. I'll get there. I'll get back to that point. But if I'm gone for 3 years, I got to get back into the groove of things. But let's take a look at the other guys on the other side of the list, right? We look at Aldon Smith, Randy Gregory, and for the sake of conversation, we'll say David Irvin. Now, David Irvin don't love football, so that's why he's not here. But let's just say those type of guys. Those are the type of guys that can roll off the couch, practice like 3 times, and they're right back where they was when they started. They right back where they was when they started. Because they have physical gifts. Randy Gregory is never going to delay step, hip swing, wrist manipulation, rip, dip under the bottom, and sack somebody. He's just gonna, I'm better than you, beat somebody because my arms are longer than yours, because my body bends in a way that gives me an advantage. Aldon Smith, my arms are longer than yours. I'm naturally strong because I've been bailing hay my whole life. You know what I'm saying? On top of I've been working out with Jay Glaze and I'm 290 pounds somehow. It's gonna be interesting to see how that works. But these are guys that can roll off the couch and just naturally be better than you, right? And I know it's a lot of people gonna be like, "Yo, Voch, Aldon Smith hadn't been great since his second year in the league." I will retort, and Cowboy fans, you can write this down because it might be on the test. Somebody on social media might try you with this. They're going to say, well, Aldon's been great since his second year. Voch will retort by saying, and chat box, y'all drop fire emojis if you with me. I will retort by saying he ain't been sober since his in the league. Aldon Smith got 9 sacks intoxicated. He got 10 sacks living his best life, partying, not practicing, drinking and doing drugs and staying up late sleeping under his car at night. I think that's interesting. I think that's worth noting. I think that's worth something. Oh, he's sober now. Oh, he's actually working out now. Oh shit, he's in shape now. Look, if you go find some of them old Raiders pics of Aldon Smith, like there's a fat in shape median to where you can be kind of husky and in shape or whatever. Go find some of them damn Raiders pics. He kind of husky and kind of in shape at the same time because he's naturally great. But if you look at his recent stuff with Jay Glazer, how he's been working out, he just kind of looks shredded now. He's like an action figure now, according to Jay Glazer. I want to know how good Aldon Smith can be if he comes to practice every day, works out every day, continue to work out every day, and he's sober. He's not an old dude. He's, 30 years old, 29, 30, 31 years old. He's not an old dude. And he's not going to win with technique anyway. And this isn't my attempt to super hype you up on Aldon Smith because my previous point still stands. As long as he's better than Kerry Hyder and Joe Jackson and Dorrance Armstrong, he has a place on his team. He has a place. And if he's not better than those guys, then we've only guaranteed him $300,000 and we can cut and just move on with our life. That's how fantastic this shit is. That's how fantastic this front office has been. Where we can just go find production anywhere. We can just go find some work anywhere. and somehow turn that work into upside. See what I'm saying? That's how cold this damn thing can be. Let me take a look at these super chats before we get into the phone. I saw nothing but flames in my chat box. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That motherfucker's sober now. The only downfall to that, like, unless he like John Jones or something, because John Jones can beat up people while he's high on coke. But football different, so maybe there's something to that. I think as long as Aldon Smith is sober and relatively in shape, and apparently he's super in shape, would be good. Viewer activity. Belly Drop 5, he says Aldon Smith and D-Law about to be the future and Drake of Team Toxic. That is hilarious. So you get a hand clap from they're the future and Drake of Team Toxic. That's a layered joke, my guy. I give you that. Salute to you, sir. Also, keep Jay blazing and gaming. Drop Deuce in the super chat. Appreciate you. Salute here finally here at the beginning. Appreciate you, man. Cornelius Edwards, who's a gangster. Been here for a long time. Said Team Toxic all day. But what up, though? Appreciate you, man. And Joseph Kirsch. They cut off his message, so let me scroll up here. It says, yo, Voch, my credit card linked to Patreon, and I forgot about it. Missed a few months. Here's making up plus a few. Keep up the good work. Salute to you, Joe. Let me keep tabs on y'all guys for what we're doing on Patreon soon. Before I get into these phone calls, if you want to call into the show, the number's on the screen. It's in the description. Call in now, get in line. We're gonna, if they have fantasy football this year, I'm gonna be doing 2 leagues for my Patreon people. And we're kind of gonna, reach in for the big number Patreon people in one league, and then the other league is going to be like my dollar Patreon people. So we can get multiple, multiple people involved or whatever. We're going to get back to the monthly t-shirt giveaway. Pandemic has slowed down a little bit. So we're going to get some of that merch out. We're going to do random drawings. And also we're going to be doing, what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, a throwback film session. I think I want to do Aaron Donald, like a throwback Aaron Donald film session. I think that'll be fun. Anyway, let's get into the business with these phone calls and hear what y'all got to say. Drum, you up first, sir. What's happening? Drummer Cam.
What's up?
Okay, okay. There you go, Drummer Cam. What's up, my guy?
Sorry, man. I'm in a bad spot. Hey, man. Let's talk. Let's talk, man. Let's have a real conversation, because most of the time I call, I'm real fucked up and just hyped up over what you're saying.
Let's do it.
So Aldon Smith and Randy. I know Randy's still pending. I understand that, but it looks good with Aldon coming back. It looks good. Man. With Randy and Aldon okay, well, in this hybrid 4-3 that we're talking about, right, that we expect, man, isn't the reality that all of our...
This man threw his phone out the window. I know Drummer Cam driving somewhere surrounded by trees. Drummer Cam, try again. Hello? Damn. Let me tell you something, Drummer Cam, we're going to be here for a while. I just think so. Whenever you get into a better area, Drummer Cam, I'm going to bring you in immediately because you got privilege, but I got to let you go right now, sir. Whenever you get into a better area, Drummer Cam, please call me back when you get from around them trees. That man threw his phone out the window. Brandon from Frankly Football, what's crack-a-lacking, sir?
Man, it's a shame that Drummer Cam got Thanos snapped on the call, though.
Your ass off the phone.
Crazy.
Off the phone. What you got for me, my guy? What's good with you?
So Voch, you ever been to a casino before?
Plenty times.
Okay. So you go to a casino, you find a coin or a chip or whatever on the ground, and you go to the slot machine and you pull the lever.
Yes, sir.
That is what just happened with Aldon Smith.
I feel you. Go ahead.
It is playing with free money.
Mm-hmm.
Because
say it again.
The glory of this situation is it's playing with free money.
Free money. There you go. There
we go.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are not relying on Aldon Smith to save our defense.
Right.
If he hits and he get 10, 11 sacks, etc., then it's great. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you for your services. Here is your $4 million, and a Coke and a smile.
14 sacks for
If
$4
he
million.
don't,
Right.
Okay,
Right.
crazy, right?
Right.
If he don't, then okay. If he don't even make it past training camp, okay, here is your $250,000 and have a nice day. Thank you for your services.
Sure.
The only time that these type of like the people, the naysayers who think that Aldon Smith is gonna they freaking out basically.
Sure.
Is if you are depending on that person to make a big impact. Like I think a couple years ago we were low key depending on Randy Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what made his lack of impact and eventual suspension so hurtful. And it might be a little PTSD from that situation, which has people freaking out now.
I see what you're saying. And then also, though, let me just cut you off. I think the whole D-line was like that. Because when Antoine Woods got hurt, what do we do now? Randy can't play. Tyrone Crawford going. What do we do now? We had to play Joe Jackson. You know what I mean? We had to get Dorrance Armstrong a lot of those sacks. This room is so full. This room is so full, and I just dropped the blog on this yesterday. We got like 9 guys that got to fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They got to fight each other. Dorrance might not make the team this year.
And Aldon Smith is in that pit, fighting
sir.
for his life with everybody else.
Indubitably.
He's not looking down like the guy from Gladiator putting his thumb up or down.
Right.
He is in the pit.
Right. Keep going.
So that's the glory of the situation. Aldon Smith might not even make it through the first cut.
Right. And that's fine. That's cool.
If he doesn't, then okay.
That's cool.
That's what people have to realize is that his impact is, for lack of a better word, a non-factor.
Because I tell you what, though.
I hate to say
I
it
tell
that
you
way.
what. I tell you what. If I can cut you off, you're gonna be real mad if you pay Clowney $17 million and only get 3 sacks. I tell you what. You're gonna be a different kind of pissed off if that happened to you, brother. Keep going. Go
3
ahead.
of them. Just 3.
Go ahead.
Just 3.
Yeah.
That's all you paying for $18 million. But let's say hypothetically you get, I'll just go up to 5 for $4 million. Come on now.
Right.
Come on now. It's nothing but positives that can come from this situation.
Right.
And that's what I want people to realize. And just stop being so pessimistic about things. Yes, okay, it might be a little bit of PTSD from previous experiences, but this is not the position to be wary of. This is not the player to be wary of.
Sure.
There are so many other positions that you can be afraid of,
right,
without even thinking about all this at the bottom of the list.
I agree. Totally agree. I got caller, so that's it. What else you got? You got something else impactful? Because these lines is blowed up. But go ahead.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing Jalen being down at the line if he does make a position change. I think that will have so much of a hidden impact on our defensive line that the competition between all of the guys is going to overshadow it. And Jalen Smith might actually have a big sack total if he is given the opportunity to run free and just use his up and down speed.
Sure. Makes sense, my guy.
That's all I got.
Makes sense, my guy. Appreciate you, man. I got callers, man. Frankly Football on YouTube. Whenever he posts stuff, he can be great, but he don't listen to me. But go over there and check it out. And you'll find something over there. But sub to him so when he does put stuff out, you'll already be there. Appreciate it, man.
Peace.
Yep. Somebody called me from Jackson, Mississippi. Y'all know I'm very I show a lot of favoritism to Mississippi people, but they hung the phone up. Call back, man. Whoever this is, call from Jackson, Mississippi. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Short Dog was on the phone and hung the phone. Why y'all hanging the phone up? What are you doing? I was going to go to y'all next. Quit hanging up. Short Dog called back. Jackson called back. But for now, Reggie, what's happening, man?
What's good, boss?
Everything.
How you doing today?
Cooling, drinking my water. What you got for the show?
Hey man, I wanted just to give another shout out to you for having this platform,
Yes, sir.
and giving us a chance to speak on it.
Yes, sir.
It's a blessing. Shout out to D Law and the camp for the live podcast they did with Darren Woodson. It was fire.
Let me tell
It
y'all
was
something,
fire.
man. Reggie, let me just cut you off real fast. The Cowboys got the best YouTube community out of any other teams. You know what I mean? Like somewhere there's a Giants fan somewhere without a good corresponding YouTuber for them to listen to. You know what I'm saying? But you can come to Cowboy Land. You can get interviews. You can get information. You can get fan calls. You can get community building. Mark Holmes, he'll sit in a parking lot, barbecue, and fry some damn chicken and feed 500 people. Who doing it better than the Cowboy YouTubers, man? Shouts out to you, Reggie, bringing that up, man.
Let me put that out too.
Yeah.
Let me put that out because we got to also acknowledge that this group, this tight-knit group that y'all got going, is being acknowledged by the Cowboys alumni.
Of course.
That's big. That's big business right there because that lets us know that they tuning into the things y'all say. See, y'all pushing the culture forward. But I'm gonna get off that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get too deep on it.
You better not.
But I'm gonna just say, you know,
we'll be here talking all day. But go ahead.
You know, I gotta say, ain't nobody more excited about Aldon Smith being officially reinstated than me.
Right.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm gonna be real with you. This guy is a generational talent. Now, yes, there's a bunch of asterisks. Sure, we keep that 100. We keep it solid, and we try not to keep a little pessimistic attitude towards what he could bring, you know, as far as we don't want to expect too much, but we don't want to be down on. But when I look at the tape that everybody in the camp has put out, and it's plain to see, just like you said, he's just naturally better than everybody. I've seen tape where these guys have literally switched up tactics. These tackles have switched up tactics on how they try to defend him, and he's just like, "Oh no, you doing this? No, I'm gonna do this, and you out my way."
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna do this? Oh, I'm a bull rush. You out my way.
Right.
And then just give D-Law somebody on the other side that can hold the fort and say, "Oh no, you're not running this way."
Sure.
It's literally just like old buddy said. You pick up a little secret chip on the ground. You play with free money, and it's just. I'm telling you. And then all the ranting and raving going on in regards to his physical conditioning, how he's performing already. This is just already.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, he probably going. I could see him probably at maybe about 65%, maybe. But 65%,
right,
is way better than anything we had on the right side.
I'll take
Let's
that.
Just keep it 1,000.
Give me that.
Outside
right.
I'm just telling you, like this guy was going to be a Hall of Famer if not for the issues.
Sure.
This isn't conjecture. Look at the stats, and then look at the tape. I don't care if you look at his down years. Look at what he was doing to these left tackles.
Sure.
Okay, you know, like, and then you got D-Law. I'm tired of people talking about D-Law crazy because guess what? Just like you said, wasn't nobody running to the right side.
Right.
They weren't running over there.
Right.
Period. So I'm hyped. It's official. Randy Gregory, that's some more asterisks on it. I'm not going to touch base on that. I think he has the potential to be a generational talent. He definitely has it there. We see it, but you know, I think that is kind of iffy from the way.
You know what?
But
normally,
go ahead.
Normally, I'm so super pro Randy Gregory because that's my son and I ride with him. But I will say, the one time I will give Aldon the edge is that we've seen Aldon put it together before. Like we've seen Aldon do it. Randy hadn't really put it all the way together. Like we've seen his flashes. I know what he can be. Randy, you know what I mean? It's just that Aldon's floor is so much higher than his because we've seen him do it before.
This dude's down year where he was probably seeing double on the field. Yeah. He still almost had double-digit sacks.
Right. Right.
I'm just gonna leave that there. Now I'm gonna touch on one last thing, and then I know we got to move on.
Plenty.
People need to shut up about that.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. You're not a quarterback in the NFL.
Right.
You don't know what it takes. When any down, your career could be over.
Right.
This dude played on penny salary.
Right.
And managed to maintain top 5 stats every year. Top 5 stats every year for the Cowboys. We can say, well, he ain't this, he ain't that. Well, you can have the little vocal eye test all you want, but numbers don't lie, man.
Right.
Numbers don't lie. Stop speaking on a deal and this and that. Like, because for real, if we're looking at projections and stuff like that, there's a reason why he wants that $45 million, if that's true.
Sure.
There's a reason why he wants that.
Sure.
Because he knows that the market is going to explode due to the new agreement, due to the contractual negotiations that's going to go on with the TV deals and stuff like that.
Sure.
There's reasons to this. The language in the new CBA deal, there's reasons for that.
Right.
So if you don't want him to, if you don't want, why isn't nobody asking, why can't you just sign him to 4 years with the amount you're asking? Because he doesn't have a problem with the amount you're trying to give him in 4 years. He just wants it in 4 years.
It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen slowly but surely. July 15th is the date. July 15th is the date, and I think it'll be done way for that. Reggie, fantastic call, my guy. I got a gang of callers in. Great call by you, though, sir. Salute.
All right, salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so we gonna run this like track and powerlifting. All right, this is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. Everybody listen. We gonna run this like track. Uncle Charlie up next, Short Dog on deck, and 610 is in the hole. All right, let's run. Uncle Charlie, what's happening, man?
Man, what's going on, man? It's been a long time, bro.
Man, I've been on vacation, Uncle Charlie. You know how it is, but what's good, though?
Well, you needed a vacation because I wouldn't want you to snap on nobody when we had to check out ESPN.
You already know.
Or CNN to see if you don't have to get at somebody. But thank God you got your rest. Right. But I ain't want to hold you up because I know you got callers. Mm-hmm. I've been listening to ESPN and they was talking all negative about Aldon Smith. Leave Aldon alone. Right. Okay, the man deserves a second chance. You gave Jeffrey Dahmer a second chance. He was eating people. Go to your grocery store and see if there's seasoning salt left. It ain't none left because he bought it all. Wayne Williams bringing after school lunches. Come on, man. Get a man and say, I had a friend like that, guys. I had a friend like that. He didn't smell too good. And I went over his house. And the first thing happened when I walked in his house, his rug was stuck to my feet. I looked over in the sink. The dishes piled all up like the Empire State Building. He had roaches running all up and down the flat screen TV. Hey, like they were having a beach party. Hell, that's a setup. But, hey, you got to wait for yourself. Don't wait till 15 people tell you funky for you to realize, hey, I need to take a bath. Now, after that come in, I want to make 2 questions. I need to ask, what do we need to do on offense for as a complementary piece and on defense as a complementary piece? I'm pretty sure we can add a few more tweaks and turns right in there, and then I want to go to my closing. So I'm going to ask you, what do we need on offense right now and defense?
Charlie, you say Jeffrey Dahmer was eating people, and if you go to Walmart, he the reason why they ain't got no seasoned salt?
They ain't got none of it, not even the sunflower seasoned salt. That's their own too.
Okay. To answer your question, if we can add anything else on offense and defense, I think that was your question. I consider punt return, kick return to be like an extension of the offense or whatnot. I would like to be more secure there, you know. I don't know if Tavon Austin coming back, so I think Tony's that guy, but I don't know for sure if Tony's that guy. I feel really good about our offense. I feel good about our defense. So if I can add anything, I'm trying to add a guy that can get us even more yards in the what I'm trying to say. field position game, you know. So
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying? Find me, you know what I'm saying? Find me somebody there. And on defense, man, just find me some more guys that can just, you know what I mean, come in and like compete. If you can find me another pass rusher that can line up at like 3 tech or something to come in and fight with Gerald McCoy, then give me some more guys.
Yes,
give me some more fighting. Give me some more training camp competition, all that kind of stuff. If I had to add something. But go ahead, sir.
Okay. And so I want to just tell all the Cowboy fans in closing.
Right.
Aldon Smith got another chance.
Right.
In closing, if your light bill is due, pay it where you won't be sitting in the dark.
Right.
If more than one person tell you funky, that means you got to go take a bath.
Right.
Don't wait till 2 things pass you by and the lights are out and you sitting in the dark and you funky. You got to change your life. You have to change what you're doing. Alden went through all the necessary things he needs to do to change his life. He deserves another opportunity. Like anybody, they say, this is the good USA. This is America, and everybody deserves another chance. If you don't believe me, ask Charles Manson. He had everybody scared, but then he got another opportunity to live out his days in jail. So get Alden a chance, and all I ask Alden to do, the next time you want to book a flight, let somebody else do it. And I love you, Voch, man. I appreciate you letting me come on.
Appreciate it, Uncle Charlie. There's no reason to be stinking and sitting in the dark. You got to be one or the other, Uncle Charlie. Y'all see why we got certain callers just got privileged. Yeah. You know, so just certain callers just get to skip the line real quick. You know, I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing. Let me see who this is from Jackson, Mississippi, because I'm very biased to my Mississippi people. We got so listen, we're gonna do 601 next, short dog on deck, 610, you are still in the hole. My bad. I gotta see who this is from Mississippi. I might know him. 601, what up, who this?
Man, what's good with your brother? It's Kurt.
What's up, Kurt? Do I know you?
Nah, you don't know me at all.
I didn't Mississippi. It's all good though. You know what I'm saying? See, I was born and raised in Natchez. You know what I mean? So like, you know what I mean? Like, whenever I see the 601s, I get excited. You know what I mean? Shouts out to my people. But go ahead though, my guy. What you got for the show though, Kurt?
Oh no, shout out to you. This is my first time checking out the show. Actually, I was, you know what I'm saying, just on loop.
Okay.
And so I saw the show going live, and so I decided to check you out. So I appreciate the time and appreciate what you're doing for Cowboy Nation.
No doubt,
but
no doubt.
Getting to the topic of conversation, you know, I'm not really too concerned about the Aldon Smith move, whether it works or whether it doesn't. But you know, my concern is still the the defensive backs, man. I'm concerned with the defensive backs and the special teams, man.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm confident, you know, on the run and certain short passes down, but you know, just defending that straightaway, man. I think we, forgetting to address that issue.
Based on last year, I don't really think passing game was the problem. You know, Byron's gone, that sucks, and we kind of got to lean on the guys that we got, and we drafted corners, but we didn't really have a problem passing. We had a problem because we couldn't stop the run. If you look at what Dalvin Cook did, Cordell Patterson and the Bears guys did, you look at Aaron Jones, 4 touchdowns, man, we couldn't stop the run. And if we couldn't stop the run, then that'll make the passing game just look a little bit better as an extension, So I think if we can stop that first, then we'll be better in the run game. And I think that's going to, get better with coaching. We got some brand new D linemen in here. Dontari Poe, 330 pounds. I think that'll help. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Van Der Esch back healthy and see what happens. Let's get Tyrone Crawford back in the mix and see what happens. He may not be sack guy, but he is run guy. You know what I mean? So I just think we in a better place now, in my opinion, on defense than we were last year.
Okay. I feel what you're saying, man. I ain't gonna hold up the time. I so appreciate what you're doing. I'm gonna definitely be on the channel. Shout out to everybody else that's out there listening,
Yes.
And y'all hold it down during COVID.
Yes, sir. Kurt from Mississippi, man, from Jackson, Mississippi. Appreciate you, man. Hey, can y'all imagine walking in a room for the first time and you just see Uncle Charlie in that hole in court? You just see him sitting at a bar and like 30 people around him. He's just telling stories. He said ESPN talking crazy about Aldon Smith. Why they can't give him a second chance? They gave Jeffrey Dahmer a second chance. He the reason why they ain't got no season salt. He the reason they ain't got no season salt at the grocery store. What the hell wrong with Uncle Charlie, man? What the hell wrong with Uncle Charlie? So you go to somebody's house, they pay their light bill, roaches crawling on the TV. How roaches get on the TV, Uncle Charlie? Anyway, something wrong with that man, dog. But hey, he got privilege though. He gonna be here. So listen, Short Dog up next. 610 is on deck. 310 in the hole. Let's run it. Short Dog, what's good, brother?
So, Voch, what's going on with you, my dog?
Everything, my guy. What you got for the show?
Now, first thing, I agree with Uncle Charlie about them second chances.
Right.
But Trump's letting his campaign manager out of jail. They got to go ahead and let Chapo out too. And I'm all for everybody getting a second chance. But I'm going to tell you, first thing I want to say, I'm going to shout out the legacy, the dynasty. And the legacy, the dynasty, it starts with you. You're like LeBron. You get them guys around. And then it goes to Law, doing those things with Woody, holding it down till 4 a.m. Dog, that shit was popping out here in New Mexico, bro. He was handling. He had like 800 people in the club. Dog, that's doing better numbers than half these bars out with the COVID and shit.
Right.
You guys do it big. I appreciate it that I can even call in and talk to the platform like this.
Right.
Vaughn from Shreveport, all them dudes. But I want to call in about Randy Quinn, bro, Robert Quinn. This guy, I'm going to tell you the truth. He is ass when it comes to stopping the run. That guy made Aaron Jones look like Barry Sanders. He made Miles Sanders look like it was Deuce Staley coming back in the winter. He had everybody running up on us. At the end of the day, he gave us 11 sacks. It was cool with it, but I'll tell you what, I'm straight with Aldon Smith, with Tyrone Crawford stopping the run and see what Randy Gregory can get you. But I'm happier right now than we are last year. That's another thing I want to say.
True, 100%. Looking at last year, man, just looking at some of our depth guys, like we felt good about the top half or whatever, but it would have been so much better if Quinn was out there with Randy coming off the bench or something. You know what I mean? Like that just would have been so much better. But I think we just in a better place depth wise this year. So I agree.
And even with the Nate, the way I'm feeling right now is if Armstrong, he had his chance to shine. There was a lot of chances for him. I mean, Jackson's a little younger, but let those guys go. I'm looking at Bradley and Nate, see what he can do, if he can pop out and stuff. But my biggest position, I'm most worried about the cornerbacks. I'm just wondering how it's going to end. But my biggest question and my big thing for you is I want to know what's going to happen in the middle, because to me, Connor is just the road grader. I think he can really get it done. McGovern, that is. And I like Williams too, but I like him as a swing tackle. That guy right there can play tackle. And then you get I'm hoping that Biadasz throws that boy off the cliff, the same way you say it, Voch.
Sure. What I like about the Cowboys with offensive line is that they haven't been shy about keeping that room full. And I don't necessarily say that Connor McGovern is a road grader type, like just a whatever kind of guy. We haven't seen him yet. But based on his Penn State film, based on Tyler's Wisconsin film, right? Just thinking about them projecting, the one thing that I do think is going to happen is that on the inside, we're just going to be a lot more powerful than we once was. Joe Looney was cool, but in the Rams game, and Ndamukong Suh literally picked him up and dropped him on Zeke, dropped him on top of Zeke, and I was sick. I haven't looked at Joe Looney the same since. I don't think Connor McGovern gets picked up and dropped. Tyler Biadasz, whenever he gets into his grown body, once he got off season up under him, I don't see him getting picked up and dropped. And, Connor Williams, I know he got an anti-club, too, like, people that
He's
don't.
a lot better than what people say.
He's better than what people say. I totally agree. But one day, Tyron Smith gonna wake up and his back gonna be hurting, and Tyron Smith just gonna retire, just like Travis did, did. And I think Connor's gonna be your left tackle one day. So that'll be Connor and Tyler. Go ahead.
All right, good looking out, boss. You let me know, dog. We'll be holding it down with you.
All right, man. Appreciate you, my guy.
Appreciate you.
Yep. Somebody said Short Dog said all that with no commas. They said that he ain't take no breaths. Did you tell me you wanted to play golf or something? Or no, mother, I never wanted to play golf. What my mama talking about? Hold on, let me text my mother. She's trying to buy me something. No, ma'am, never played golf. All right. You always got to check the phone and see what mom's talking about, man. All right, so we got 610 up next, 310 on deck, 817 in the hole. Let's run it for the cardio. If y'all want to call into the show, the number's on the screen. It is also in the description, 515-606-5187, access code 309104. Everything you need is right there. Let's get into it. 610, what's up? Who this?
Yes, sir. My name is Juan. How you doing, sir?
What's up, Juan? What you got for the show?
Not much. I kind of just wanted to talk about, I don't think a lot of people are seeing how we keep saying all these things about Dak not wanting to be team-friendly, but the whole fifth year, $45 million is extremely team-friendly.
Sure.
Because if it still ends up being an average salary of 35, 36, the first 3 years, he's going to be making close to the tag, and then by the time that everything goes up, he'll be taking 35 one year, 37 the other, and then 45 on the last one. Doesn't that save us quite a bit of money while everything keeps going up? Or am I wrong?
That's a fantastic point, because when the TV deal gets here, everything is going to damn near double.
Yeah.
Everything is going to double. So if Dak...
45 is still going to be a bargain. Plus, you can restructure. Sorry for cutting you off.
No. Because, look, think about this. Like, if Dak gets 35 now, Pat might want 40 by the time he get paid. Pat and Watson or whatever, they may get 40. So then you translate what 40 is going to be on new deal. 45 can be cheap for Dak in 5 years. I totally agree.
45 is that, and I was looking at somebody else that kind of tweeted like a structure of it. It'd be like year 1, 31, year 2, 33, year 3, 35, then 37, and then the 45. And it still ends up being an average of him making more than Russell Wilson, but it still gives us, space that we can add one more defensive end, maybe restructure something and get like an Everson Griffin or something else to get some more run stop and some more defensive end.
Sure. I'm a big fan of it. It's just that, there's going to be some backlash, because when sometimes Cowboy fans, well, not we, but they don't always do the digging necessary. So all they see
they
is...
just read the headline. They just read the headline, 45 mil Dak, fifth year.
Yep, and all they see is...
They think it's
45.
5 years, 45.
Right. You're right, sir, 100%. What else you got?
Kind of wanted to talk, obviously so happy that Aldon Smith is actually going to get to play, no suspension whatsoever, so he's going to be able to kind of jump in right from the beginning. Hopefully Randy Gregory gets the call next. Do you see, what's his name, Diggs having just like a big breakout year and us actually getting interceptions this year?
It would depend on the kind of defense that we're running, and we still don't know what that is yet. So I don't want to say something that ain't true. But I do think Diggs is a good enough player that can do something for you. If we're in a dime look, then I'll let him fly. If we're in a nickel look, I will let him fly. I don't think Diggs is necessarily ready to play outside football versus those nuanced corners versus those those nuanced receivers versus those guys, that just been here before, because he's super raw right now. He's raw right now. So Diggs next year may be the best corner you got. But Diggs right now may not be ready. But he's athletic enough to get you by if you need him.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm excited to see what all these kids do.
Plus, one more thing, though, sorry to cut you off. Like last year, depth was Donovan Alumba and like Chris Westry or something. You know what I mean? So nowadays, depth is Trevon Diggs and Reggie Robinson, which is better.
Yeah, no, it's a huge upgrade from last year. I think all around. I also love the narrative that we're the team now that's getting people that are bettering themselves, and you have the Giants and you have the Redskins that are kind of going through their people that are getting arrested, kind of dilemma that they love making fun of the Cowboys for.
True, but they won't be making fun of us when we win that damn Super Bowl, partner. Hold on, wait.
God damn straight.
Wait, let me hit my blade. Hold on, I gotta hit my blade.
Do
it. When we win that Super Bowl, player. Go ahead, one.
God damn straight. Last thing I want to say before you get to the next person, I don't know, how close you are with all the other people, or if I can curse, so I'm not going to curse for now, but F Philly 500 for messing with Mark Holmes and his family.
So this is brand new to me, but I like good mess. What did Philly 500 do with Mark Holmes and his family?
He, I guess his kid has kind of like, not like a workout channel, but it used to be, and after Philly 500 decided that he didn't want to continue the bickering back and forth with Mark Holmes, which obviously we all love bickering back and forth with Eagles, he decided to go after his kid before his kid said anything to him. And then you could see Mark Holmes was very upset with that.
No, man, we got to check that out. But you know what though, I'm cool with Mark and all the other YouTube guys. But what? That's what you get for trusting somebody from Philly or somebody that's an Eagles fan. You don't need to be trusting them people anyway. So, Juan,
I marry one of them, so trust me, I know not to trust them.
Come on, man. Hey, Juan, this was a fantastic call, though, man. This was your first time calling?
Yes, sir, it is.
I just plugged you in platinum, so next time you call in, you ain't got to wait so long. I cut you in front of the line like I did with Short Dog and Uncle Charlie. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. It don't take much to be platinum, y'all. It don't take much to be platinum. But what I will do is go check out this Philly 500 Mark Holmes mess. He says, man, let Philly 500 and Mark Holmes have that Fisher Price crap. It's all scripted. Oh, it's scripted? Oh, never mind. That's even worse. We ain't going to go look at that. We ain't finna go check that out. Don't worry about it. I just want to go see that. I hope they not doing it for views. Because if they up here fussing for views, that's incredibly nasty. I hope they not just doing this for views. But anyway, because I remember, because Michael Anthony does get into it with a lot of people, to be fair. He does get into it with a lot of people. But I hope they're not doing this for fun. Anyway, we're going to go 310 up next. 817 on deck. 925 is in the hole. Let's run it for the cardio. 310, what's up? Who this?
Yo, what's up? I'm from L.A. My name's Orion.
What's up, Orion from L.A.? What you got for the show?
Yo, everyone kind of covered like all of my concerns about like cornerback and like kind of how like we lost Byron, obviously. Sure. But I was just really concerned about like linebacker and like how Leighton had his injury and everything, and like I don't know, like I feel like we don't have like as much depth as like obviously other positions like D end and like just like I don't know. What do you think about our linebacker and our situation there?
I think we're fine at linebacker, and I think we're super deep at linebacker. So, I think Van Der Esch is going to be just fine. He's going on different podcasts. Jane Slater's podcast. He's talking about his injury. I think he's going to be good to go. I think as long as you tap Jalen on the shoulder and tell Jalen, hey, just do your job and don't do too much, I think he'll be fine. To be fair, Chris Richard, when he went from regular guy to cornerbacks coach, from cornerback coach to defensive coordinator, we saw a lot of things start to looking funny. So we don't know how much Chris Richard impacted the linebackers. So I would love to see what Jalen and Van Der Esch look like without him. And in terms of depth, Sean Lee, Joe Thomas, Justin March, and then there's the young guy from last year, Luke Gifford, that we liked a whole bunch. So we got plenty of guys to play linebacker.
Yeah. I also have one more question. Fuck. I just blanked, but I'll ask you some other time. But thank you so much for everything. I just started watching your channel, and like I don't really watch a lot of like Cowboys media stuff, but I don't know. It's really like nice to hear someone that's like really positive and like informational about like and like that actually provides real like tangible facts that like you can hold on to. Because
I tell you what, man, YouTube is the best place to go, man. We're not going to create any fake arguments, any fake narratives. What we're going to do is we're going to defend our position. Whatever we feel, we're going to say it. And sometimes there's this crazy thing that happens where all the YouTubers get together. It's called the Round Table, me, Law Nation, Fuss, and Okoye, and we'll get together and we will argue our position, and that's incredibly fun. Orion, this was a great call. I just plugged you in platinum, so next time you call in, you ain't got to wait with the rest of them, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
I tell you what, man, you want to know the one thing funnier than a person walking into a room and Charlie, the first person they meet, if 3 people walk in a room and the first person you meet is Uncle Charlie. That is insane. Clap for Uncle Charlie. Appreciate Uncle Charlie, man. Shouts out to all the people that are brand new here, man. Welcome. If I could just give a real quick synopsis of what we do on YouTube, because I know it's a lot of brand new people listening now. They're going to be listening later. Is as humbly as I could possibly say, I think we do things a little better than the 4-letter network, than the 3-letter network, than .com. We got some qualified people. We're not just old guys. We got some youth. There are some old people. But you get opinions that people really do, really do believe in. And the best part about the YouTube guys is that we back it up. We really back it. Everything Voch has said, there's a film session on my channel somewhere backing up what I say. Whether it's my offensive line opinion, quarterback, pass rushes or whatever, I've broken it down on this channel somewhere. Law Nation shows his work. I always say the one thing I always talk about: if you in math class, you just can't walk in with the answer. You got to show your work. You got to show your work. And that's the one thing I like about these YouTube guys, man. You can look at PFF all you want to, and PFF can explain to you why while Miles Sanders is a better running back than Dalvin Cook. They can create some metric, but they'll never show you why. They'll never show the work. Everything that we do over here on the YouTube, whether it be Voch, Law, Foots, Koye, Mark and all them, my Cowboy fan, all them, Frank, whoever, whichever Cowboy YouTuber you want to follow, Space Cowboy even. Every opinion that we show y'all, we've backed it up at some point, and we have a reason for feeling that way. Even if you call this show and disagree, if I feel like you've done the homework and you watched the film and you watched the game more than one time and you looked at the stats afterwards and then you've had your opinion and we disagree, then we just disagree. But you ain't finna come on my show saying, well, according to PFF, Voch, you're wrong. Fuck PFF. What's wrong with y'all? What y'all talking about? Anyway, plus all the radio people got YouTube channels now, so that lets you know where we at. You know what I mean? Like, they the competition, man. That's how I feel. They the competition, and I ain't gonna say nothing else. 817 up next. 925 is on deck. 817, what up? Who this?
What's going on, man? This CD, I'm calling from Arlington, Texas, baby, right here in the home of the Cowboys.
Hey, CD, what's good, my guy? What you got for the show?
Man, I just got a couple quick questions. First of all, with this new changeover at the coaching staff, a lot of Cowboy fans ain't never seen us with a real coaching staff. Do you think we can squeeze a little bit more, production out of our second-round draft pick, Tristan Hill? Because a lot of people call him a bust.
Man, City, let me just tell you something, man. I've been fighting this fight for a long time, brother. The next Cowboy fan that you see saying that, this how I want you to talk to them. I want you to ask them what day 2 or day 3 defensive is productive year 1. And they're not gonna have an answer for you. What you get with Tristan is a brand new 20-year-old player tossed in some fire and says, "Hey, Tristan, go beat up on this grown man that's been doing this for years." Okay. And if you go look at these other D linemen that Cowboy fans wanted, whether it be Charles Omenihu, whether it be Dalen Mack, whether it be Wren, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome,
you know what I'm saying? Because I do draft for real. Any of these day 2, day 3 guys, they do not show up year 1 and do anything. They got to get strong. They got to get in that offseason program. They gotta develop a little bit, and then they'll be better. Now, why can't you put brand new offensive linemen in and they'll be okay? Because you can hide offensive linemen. You can combo with offensive linemen. You can't. If you a D tackle and you ain't good enough, you just ain't good enough. Brandon Graham, year 1 was not good enough. Jaron Reed, year 1 was not good enough. Shaquille Barrett years, and he just led the league in sacks last year. So what I want you to do, CD from Texas, I want you to just let them Cowboy fans know, stop trying to put bust label on guys so quick. Tristan Hill may not be the guy you wanted to draft, and you probably overdrafted him. But ain't nothing we can do about that. He on the team now. He on the team right now, so there's nothing we can do about that. All you can do is that he is hope that he comes in stronger and better, and he competes. And if Neville Gallimore comes in and beats him, fine. But if he's the better man, then let that man rock. That's all I got to say. Go ahead.
Sure, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you're right. Now, Now, off what the next caller said, now our linebacker situation with LVE and them talking about moving him to the middle linebacker, don't you think that'll test his neck a little bit more and it'll make us want to come look as far as future linebackers, because we know Sean Lee, the granddad of the defense, he's getting ready to leave, and it seems like they don't want to give Joe Thomas a chance, man.
I tell you what, I think this gonna happen too with this new group of coaches or whatever. I think we're gonna have a lot more guys in place to do kind of what they're good at. We're not gonna ask guys to do things that don't necessarily work for them. Why do I say that? Because if you watch film on, Jalen Smith is much better moving forward than he is moving backwards. And if you just kind of hear reports that Jalen's going to be a Sam linebacker, well, Sam linebackers, they do a lot of moving forward and they don't do a lot of moving backwards. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think we got to see, man. Training camp going to answer a lot of questions in terms of what we're going to do with linebackers, what we're going to do with Jordan Lewis, everything that. And trust me, I've been knowing Chris Richard for a long time. So all this brand new hate don't mean nothing to me. But Chris is gone, and all of his little plans or whatever gets wiped out. So we may see a better Cheeto. We may see Jordan Lewis get actual time. We may see more linebacker sets on the field. Nolan tends to run 5 or 6 linebackers out there, depending on what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. And Joe Thomas is a dog. Joe Thomas is a dog. He, you know what I'm saying? So he might get his time, man. It just depends on what happened at camp.
Okay, and as far as the secondary concerned, like you said, with Chris Richard gone and his philosophy is gone, I think our secondary will pick it up. Sure. But I'm still concerned as far as the safety positions. I know Clinton Dix, he put up the stats and everything. Sure. I think he's going to be a nice piece if he do make the team. But who's going to be that second safety for us? And you think with Marcus, what's his name, Marquise Lindquist or whatever, coach Wilson to give him a chance?
Absolutely. And I think that's probably what's going to end up happening for you. Clinton Dix is only making like $4 million in 1 year, and that ain't even guaranteed for real. So he ain't guaranteed to make the team. It ain't, it's not a sure thing that he's gonna be here. And if you watch his film, he's not the best tackler in the world, but he does get his hands on a lot of football. So what's going to end up happening is it might be Xavier Woods and Donovan Wilson. Like, they may be your guys because both those guys can play free and strong, to where Clinton Dix can only play free. So there may be some kind of movement. It may be some rotation. Woods may do a little stuff at like nickel corner, maybe. I don't know, but that's another one of them questions where like training camp will give y'all the answers. We don't really know right now. We don't really know, but I can say right now that Clinton Dix ain't guaranteed to be here. Like he ain't promised nothing. So if Donovan shows up, look at the preseason game, Donovan getting all the interceptions, and you know what I'm saying, Clinton Dix ain't looking that great, then we just roll Donovan.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Nah, I ain't going to take up all your time. One more question. As far as with Mike McCartney and the new offensive scheme and everything, sure. And I think Jordan going to be a beast because McCartney was a tight end himself. Sure. And just with his scheme, do you think, because they keep talking about CMC acting like he better than Zeke, you think Zeke can get to that Roger Craig status of 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving in the West Coast if we actually swing the ball out to him some?
This is my thing about Zeke, though, man. I actually like this whole offense, right? I think we're gonna run this thing through Dak right now. There's a lot of Cowboy fans that thought Zeke fell off last year. You know what I'm saying? But he was only not the leading leader in rushing the league because Dak almost threw for 5,000 yards last year. You know what I'm saying? I think we're going to do a lot of that. Now, will Zeke catch some passes? Sure, he'll get some dump-offs and all that. But I don't think Zeke is the best guy in terms of I'm in the backfield, I'm going to run a Texas route at the backfield, I'm going to run a swing, I'm going to run a wheel, I'm going to run a post corner. I don't think that's Zeke's job. I think that's Tony Pollard's job right now. If you look at Mike's offense and what he did in Green Bay, he would run Lacy. he would run Stark and throw it to him sometime. But then he had a guy named Ty Montgomery that played receiver and running back, and he'll just kind of do some receiver running back things. If Zeke is going to be your primary guy, and you just have another running back just to do backup running back things, change the pace guy gets 6 or 7 carries, whatever, and Tony Pollard is the guy that gets 5 carries and 6 catches in a game or 6 targets in a game. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, I don't want Zeke to be super 2,000-yard rusher or 1,500-yard rusher, 1,000-yard receiver. I don't want Zeke to be Christian McCaffrey. I want Zeke to be whatever the best you can be on this team. And if whatever the best combination on this team is if we walk in the game and Zeke get 105 rushing yards and Tony Pollard get 50 rushing yards with 40 receiving yards. If that's the best combination, then that's what I want. I don't need one guy to just do it.
Okay, sure, you're right, Kyle. Pollard is a beast now. What's your thoughts about him getting more reps as far as special teams go? Because I like to see him at the punt return and the kickoff return, to be honest.
Yeah, do all that with him. Tony, Tony had like 7 touchdowns, 7 what was it in Memphis? 7 kick return touchdowns, something like that, and 3 punt returns. So he can do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So and if we not gonna use him, and if Tavon ain't doing it, and Randall Cobb ain't doing it, then let Tony do it. Hell yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not?
Now, are we gonna do anything about Chris Johnson, the punter? Because we need some help on special teams. Or have they did anything about him, bringing some competition or anything?
Man, Chris Jones was hurting, but we got a new coach though. We got Fossil from the Rams or whatnot. So we may get a new punter, but it's probably just one of those things to where we'll see when we'll just see whenever we get to camp or whatever. Because I mean, there's no way of knowing how he looks now, because if he was hurt last year, then that's just one thing, but we don't know what he's punting like. And the best thing about punt is that if you not good when I get there, I can find another punter in 5 days. You know what I'm saying? I can find another punter somewhere. So if Chris can't do the job, then it's cool, we'll just find somebody.
Hey, well, sure, you're right, man. I appreciate you for your time, and I appreciate you for your efforts, man.
Man, CD from Texas, this was a great call. You asked great questions. I just made you platinum. Next time you call in, you get up there with the rest of the platinum folks, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Voch be spitting, dog. Voch be spitting. I just be hearing myself sometime like, man, I said that shit. Oh, I said that shit. Let me hit this button. If we were to get a new punter, I want somebody that can run and throw so we can do fossil things. If you have not seen what to do with a punter that can run and throw, you need to go watch some film on my channel. Oh man, young AK said, "Where's the war chant even from?" Man, you remember at the Battle of Wakanda, man, when they was about to hit the front line or whatever, they said, "Let me call the Jabari. I know they like a good fight." Then M'Baku rolled up with his gangsters, him and his gangsters. They ain't had no big flashy armor. They out there with cloth and grass skirts, ready to fight in the middle of Wakanda, boy. In the middle of Wakanda, playboy. Let me tell you something. If I'm fighting an alien, give me some metal. Can I get some vibranium if I'm gonna go fight an alien? I'm a Jabari. I don't want all this technology. I'm out here in a grass skirt and a lion. I got a lion over my shoulder. Somebody gonna walk over and be like, "What is this, velvet?" Who can name that movie? Where's that from? When the lion on the shoulder and dude walk up, touch the lion, and say, "What is this, velvet?" Anyway, let's do this. How long we been doing this? How long we been live? All right, cool. Time flying, man. We're gonna lock ons.
The conference has been locked.
Thank you, ma'am. And we're going to get these last 3 callers out the way, then we're going to go back and play Assassin's Creed. So 925 up next, 865 on deck, 856 is in the hole. Let's see what we got going here. 925, what up? Who this?
Hey, Voch, my name is Michael. I'm a first-time caller, long-time listener. How's that water taste over there?
Man, the water fantastic, Mike. You already know, my guy. What you got for the show?
Hey, so first of all, I got a confession to make.
Let's do it.
I have only been a Cowboys fan for 5 years.
That's fine, man.
When I moved to Texas.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was a San Francisco 49ers fan, and I watched them closely during the Mike Nolan days and the Jim Tonsula days.
Oh.
And I think that those hires, the whole overall coaching hires, is brilliant, and I think we're going to see so much more schematic flexibility out of our linebacking core and out of our ends. And how I envision this, and I want to hear if you agree with me or not on this, is that we come out in Tampa 2, basically, with Van Der Esch and Jalen out back, and then we got Aldon Smith on the right, and then on the right defensive end, D-Law on the left, and then we got some mix of Tyrone Crawford and McCoy up front in the 3-tech. And then once the offense is done making their adjustments, the whole line shifts over. Now Aldon Smith is standing upright. Jalen Smith comes over to the left. And now we got Van Der Esch coming back, and now we're in a pass rush formation with 5 rushing. And that's the kind of schematic flexibility that you're going to get with Aldon Smith.
Sure.
Because he can drop back as well as pass rush. And I think that that's probably the most valuable part to him. I don't expect him to be technically sound right off the gate, but I think his physical ability and his experience in being able to run in a flexible hybrid defense is going to give us so much schematic advantage over what we had before with just coming out and exactly what we were going to do and just expect everyone to execute perfectly. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
You ain't said nothing wrong yet, player. You ain't said nothing wrong yet. I've dropped a film session on this, and what I've basically seen is it's a 4-3 system, and this confused a lot of people, and I feel like I keep explaining it, but it's a 4-3, but your weak side rusher is just he's just in a linebacker stance. But just because he's standing up doesn't make it a 3-4 necessarily, because you're still gonna have a 1-tech and you're still gonna have a 3-tech. So that technically makes it 4-3. So what you get with Aldon Smith, he could be a hand in the dirt weak side rusher. He could be a 2-point stance weak side rusher. If Randy's gonna be weak side rusher, he can be a hand in the dirt strong side rusher. He can be a a blitz lined up behind D-Law. You ain't told a lie yet, sir. And that's what I think is so great about Aldon, is that Aldon can do so much that you can get multiple guys on the field. Now, rundowns may be something different. Rundowns, you may get Crawford at edge, Gerald on the end. And to be fair, Gerald McCoy lost a lot of weight, so he may be a pass rushing 3-tech now. I don't know what it's going to be, but there's going to be some combination of Crawford either out or inside pass rushing. You're going to have Randy, who I think Randy can only play weak side rusher, and you're going to have D-Law next to Aldon Smith. That's going to be frustrating. That's going to be frustrating because if you don't make the proper adjustments, if you don't go into a full slide, then Aldon Smith gets to eat up one of your damn tight ends, and nobody wants that. So I think as long as it's not vanilla, if you're just a little bit better than what we got last year, I think the defense can be special.
Oh, man, I love it. And I love the hire, and I'm so stoked to have Mike Nolan as defensive coordinator. I think he does a lot of good creative things with defenses. And I know he didn't have a successful coaching career at San Francisco, but he really did lay the foundation for all the success that came after that with fostering up people like Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman,
sure.
Getting Aldon Smith on board, all those types of things. I mean, he really built the schematics for that defense to become the powerhouse that they were under Jim Harbaugh and getting to the playoffs so many times. So
sure,
I love
100%,
it. I
100%.
absolutely love it.
As long as we're not a bend but don't break defense, in which I think we won't be. I think we're probably gonna be a little more aggressive. We're gonna take a lot more chances, and we may get a lot more turnovers. I think that makes your offense better because just my nuanced football opinion, just my little opinion, my little thoughts. It could mean nothing. The reason why the offense wasn't as great as it could be because they always got the ball on the damn 20 every single time. Because while the defense bending and not breaking, the other team is kicking field goals. And if they kicking field goals, that means they're going to kick the ball through the back of the end zone. And we get the ball to 20 every time. But the only games to where we were really special on defense, we were special on offense. That first Eagles game, like that Rams game, that last Washington game, we were special on defense, and we were getting field position. When the Cowboys offense had field position, good luck to you. And that's just my nuanced football opinion, man. That's just my thoughts.
I love it. And I got one last question for you. I want to get, what is the biggest difference do you think we're going to see on this team overall with the new coaching staff?
You're probably going to see a lot less first down runs. I think we're going to trust Dak a lot more. And what I think that possibly comes from is that, you know how if you with somebody from the start, and even if you watch them grow, you may not trust their ability because I drafted you as a rookie, Dak, and I made you throw these easy throws your rookie year. I may not have that trust in you. But if I'm a brand new coach, I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice but to trust that. Because you my quarterback now, and I need you to make my throws. So I think if we put a lot more pressure on Dak, Dak is going to make a lot more throws. And Dak was number 1, 2, 3, and 5 in all important quarterback metrics. I think if you trust Dak a lot more and you run less on first downs, I think you're going to have a lot more Zeke at the end of the game. More so beating people to where we're gonna pass and get up early. You know what I mean? To, you know, drop those early points and play super aggressive defense to where at the end of the game, Zeke is gonna be more featured in the second half than he was in the first half. And to be fair, that may keep Zeke healthy. It may keep Zeke fresh, and we may get a better Zeke because of it. Just my thoughts.
I love it. Well, hey, I appreciate it. You do an amazing job. I love what you do, educating everyone and having a great discussion. And I love all of the film analysis. So thank you for all you do. I'm going to get off the phone and let somebody else take up your time. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Mike. I just plugged you in, Platinum. So, you know, maybe in 5 years when you call back again, you'll go to the top of the list, man. Appreciate you, my guy.
Sounds good, sir. Have a good one.
Yep. Oh, man. That's fun. That's fun. I really think this offense is going to be special, man. I think this offense is going to be so great because it was great last year. But there's only 2 ways to make a great offense bad. Well, there's 3 ways to do it, and, you know, turnovers is one. But if you play great defense and great special teams, it helps the offense. You got to be – we were 32nd in special teams last year. If we are 31st in special teams this year, we'll be a better offense. Just off the rip. Immediately we'll be better. Chat box, let me ask y'all this question. Are y'all willing to give up more points to get more turnovers? Just want to ask y'all that question. Because we didn't give up big plays last year. We didn't give up too many, give up a lot of field goals. So would y'all rather put your offense in a shootout to get more turnovers to make your offense even better? Or would you rather stay conservative and just trust your offense to drive 80 yards? I would love to know the chat box's opinion on that. I think it's an interesting conversation. I think if I was coaching, I wouldn't, because I'm not going to coach my defense because I'm, you know, when I was coaching, I was offense guy. I've been offense guy my whole life. So I would, whoever's in charge of my defense, I would like, hey, man, look, if you got to be aggressive and put the pressure on me to put points up on the board, then let me do it. But just give me field position. If you're aggressive and you may give up 3 big plays, but your aggression out of my 12 or so possessions, your aggression, you gave me fantastic field position 4 times. I'll take that. Yeah, we can do that. 100%. I'll take that. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the phone. It's been a fantastic show, man. Can we get some fire emojis or something? If y'all don't mind, let me just hit this one time for the Jabaris in the damn cloth grass skirts out there. One more time. What are we doing? Let's get back to the phones, man. We got 2 callers, and we're gonna get the hell up out of here. And actually, we're going to do 2 callers, then we're going to hang around in the chat box for a little bit. You know what I mean? We're going to hang around the chat box for a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Just to kind of hear what y'all got to say. And, okay, cool. So I just checked my PayPal, and I got 2 deposits. One from Spreadshirt, because y'all been buying the merch. Appreciate y'all. We working on those Team Toxic shirts. I got to get the design. Tell me if y'all like the Toxic character inside the star, and maybe I can get a little fun to put Team Toxic on top of it, put it on the shirt. Tell me what y'all think about that. And also you can get my other little shirts, man. You know, I watch film, Speed, Strength, Ass Whoop. Y'all can check all them out. But I also have a PayPal from. I thought I had a PayPal from. I guess not. I thought I did. Okay, I got you. That's what it was. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, appreciate you. Team Toxic. All right, Team Toxic. All right, cool. So we got 865 up next, 856 on deck. Those numbers are incredibly similar. So 865. What's up? Who this?
How's it going, Voch?
What's happening?
Yo, this is Andrew. How you doing, bro?
What up, Drew? What you got for the show?
Yeah. Hey, man. First off, first thing I thought of this morning when I saw that Aldon Smith stuff, I thought of that war chant, man. That war chant was the first thing playing.
You mean this one? This one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh man, I was at work and I kind of dropped my phone for a second and I was like, real quick at work.
Right.
You know, and people looked at me and I was like, bro, Aldon fucking Smith, man. Yeah. I dropped the F-bomb at work, man. I was like, whatever.
Don't get
fired. You know, man, you had to do it. Had to do it, you know.
Right.
But either way, so first off, that's the first thing. I've been in a good mood since then, you know. Right. I went out and got me some nice food, everything, you know. I treated myself today. But either way, that's beside the point. So I got a few points. As soon as I saw that Blake Bell signing, I knew it was a McCarthy signing. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody talk about this, but y'all remember he was a Wildcat man in college.
Sure.
Like that man was Wildcat in college.
Quarterback.
I mean, they got him in the red zone. They put that man in Wildcat, and let him roll.
Sure. They called him. Belldozer. Belldozer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at this team. We got so many different things that they can with now. Sure. You know, stuff that they couldn't do back when he was stuck at the Packers. You know, just whatever they were giving him. You know.
Sure.
I mean, we got Pollard, and that's the thing. Y'all were already talking about it earlier. And I mean, when I play Madden, that's what I do with Pollard. I put that man on wide receiver. I let him roll. You know.
Sure.
I mean, that's why I like him at. I mean, I watch Memphis a lot. I'm from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay.
That's my game right there. So either way, you know, Tony Pollard, that's the man. You got to put him out in the slot. You got to let him work his thing because he can make those aggressive catches in the back of the end zone. Yeah. He can go up over people. A lot of people forget how high that man jumps.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I mean, I mean, all you got to do is, I guess, you want to look at the stats, whatever. I mean, the tape shows it though. I mean, the dude did whatever you needed him to do. Mm-hmm. But either way, that's beside the point too. So I've been excited about these undrafted guys we got because Rico Dowdle, I've been stuck watching that man.
Ain't he great?
For 4 years.
Ain't he great?
Yeah.
Boy,
oh my God, yes.
Boy, he's fantastic.
Oh my God.
I'm doing film on him right
I
now.
think Mike Weber's in trouble. I think Mike Weber's in trouble. You know.
Weber.
That's the thing.
Hold on, give me.
Olawale better be careful too because Alana Lewis coming for him too.
Man, you so
we got
educated.
A bunch of dogs on our undrafted list.
Damn, you so educated.
That's the thing.
Go ahead.
That's the thing. All right, so you get this. All right, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Darius Anderson, that man is fast. He flies, man. He flies.
Damn.
And I mean that's the thing. He'll get out of tackles. He looks like Philip Lindsay coming out of tackles a lot of times. Dude just does it. He does it well.
Damn.
And I mean, there's a couple other people on that list I'm not as hype over, but those were the ones that I looked at that list and I knew we had a direction on this team, that we were setting things up to go a lot farther on past this year. It wasn't just about setting us up for 1 year. We're about for down the line, you know?
Yes, sir.
And that's the thing. Hell, we put Andy Dalton back there. If Dak don't want to sign, that's whatever. We got Andy Dalton to hold us on for another year, you know? I mean, there's options. I saw that news about him earlier today. $45 million on that 5th year. That's the problem. Jerry Jones, he's an old miser. I don't know if he'll do that. That's the thing. We gotta, that's the way the team works. Somebody asks for too much money, you gotta let them go, I guess. We got other things to worry about. We got too many pieces on this team to just let one hold us down. But I love Dak, and that's my problem. It's gonna be tough seeing him go if he has to go. I'm a really hate it, man. I'm a really hate it. So I love Dak.
Sure.
I love it. All I know is this year we've got it. This year we've got all the pieces we need right now.
Sure.
We've got all the pieces we need. And then we were talking about punter earlier. Y'all realize Cole quit. He's sitting out there. I mean, Colquitt's just sitting out there. You got a very serviceable punter just sitting out there on free agency, and you can sign him cheap. He's old.
Right.
And that's the thing. I mean, there's options. If Chris Jones can't play, I don't see Colquitt getting picked up by anybody.
Sure.
It's too late in the season right now.
So I tell you what.
So I mean, I'm really liking the way things are looking right now. Aldon Smith just put a little cherry on top of it, though. Absolutely. If we get Gregory, though, too, I'm going to call right back in again.
Absolutely. That's a lot to unpack, man. I tell you what, but I totally agree with you with a handful of those undrafted guys. I think they're going to be really good. Team no more. Jordan Chun is your third running back currently. So.
Oh, Chun. Okay.
I think he got a chance to be him. You know what I'm saying? So if you carry 3 running backs.
I know.
Go ahead.
That's the thing. Rico Dowdle produced in college with all eyes on him, man.
Sure.
I mean, what else was there on offense for people to worry about? Brian Edwards?
Right.
I mean, that's all you got.
Right.
But he produced.
Sure.
I mean, hell, they beat Georgia last year, and a lot of that was on Dowdle. He put them through it in those tough situations, man. And he had real men hitting him.
Sure.
So, I mean, I know Rico Dowdle can take the hit.
Sure. Well,
he's hurt my balls more than once, that's for sure. So,
damn.
I mean, I've watched it,
Yeah.
I've watched it.
Tennessee Volunteers.
But either way.
I thought Tennessee was going to be great. I thought it was going to be great this year. Anyway, Kelly's going to be real good. But anyway, yo, Andrew, great call, my guy. Fantastic. Call back in. I just put you down platinum, so next time you call in, I'll know it's you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, sounds good, Voch. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do, bro.
Yes, sir. Mr. Wright in my chat box like, why y'all calling for more Tony Pollard? He the worst weapon on our offense. Let me tell you something, man. If Tony Pollard is the worst weapon on your offense, we gonna smoke the league in offense then. Because we was already the damn best. We was the number 1 offense in the league last year. Already, my guy. So you add Sedarian Lamb. You add Blake Jarwin. You can say what you want to say about Blake Jarwin. Blake's going to get a lot more vertical than Witten. Blake's going to have a lot more yak than Witten. You can say what you want. I think we improve at tight end. I think we improve at slot. And I think if we just simply incorporate Tony more, I'll take all the mismatches I can get. Give me all I love mismatch. You win the game through mismatches. Give me all of them. Tony ain't got to be the feature guy. Tony ain't got to play slot. But if you create a situation where Tony's in versus some Sam linebacker, are you serious? Shit, I throw it to him. Tony had more yards per carry than Zeke last year. All right, let me move on. Let me get back to the. Okay, cool. Let me back to the phones. Then we got the last caller, and let's hope we end on a good one. This was a fantastic show. Let's see if the last caller is going to keep that trend going. 856, what's happening? Who this?
This is Frank from Jersey in Eagles country, but being a strong Cowboys fan out this way.
Frank out there behind enemy lines, man. What's good, Frank? What you got for the show?
So I'd like to thank the previous caller for setting me up with my question, but
Sure.
Every coach's goal is to get their best 11 out there.
Yes, sir.
And the way I look at it, the choice we're going to have coming in every play is, do we have Pollard, Lamb, Jarwin, or Devin Schultz on the field?
Mm-hmm.
So how do we get, and how does Mike McCarthy put his best 11 on the field?
I think your best 11 is 11 personnel. Since you mentioned it, I think that's absolutely the peak of good as you can get, because you need Jarwin for those mismatches. You need to still be able to run the ball, depending on the look that you get, and then there's CD, Gallup, and Cooper. You know what I mean? So 11 personnel is just top tier fantastic anyway. But the good thing about it is we don't want to be predictable. And you can just tell by the amount of players and the different types of talents that we have on this team that we're not going to be predictable. You know, if you're a team and you got all great receivers and you put no attention on fullback, then you're probably not going to do things with fullback, you know? Or if you have a good fullback and 2 blocking tight ends and 2 good receivers, then you're probably going to be a little more run heavy like, you know, Tennessee would be. But you're a team that got 4 receivers that can play, and I'm counting Devin Smith too. You got 4 receivers that can play, a tight end that can catch, 2 tight ends that can block. You got a fullback and another fullback that's an undrafted that's I think is going to come in and, you know what I'm saying, fight with him. You got 2 fullbacks that can run, that can catch, and they're going to do blocking things as well. You got a all-around balanced type of running back. Then you got a change of pace pass catcher, you know, sometimes receiver, sometimes gadget guy, sometimes jet sweep guy at backup running back. You got so much talent on this team, just so many different types of play styles. I don't think you're going to be locked in to just one formation or one personnel package. You know, I think we're going to get multiple looks. I think we're going to get mostly 11 personnel, but it wouldn't shock me if we line up in empty with 3 receivers, Tony at receiver and Jarwin at tight end and nobody in the backfield. That wouldn't surprise me. So, you know, we'll just have to see.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really interested to see what they put out there, and I'm hoping McCarthy comes up with some stuff during his year off that you know, gets a little creative with Zeke and Pollard on the field at the same time. So, always hope.
All right, man. Appreciate it, Frank. That was a great call, man. Salute.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Let me tell y'all something, man. Here's one thing when you ask a question and you like get a short answer, like a little 3-word answer, and then there's a follow-up question. But then it's different. Like Frank asked a question and I answered the shit out of his question. Like I super answered his question. And he was just like, well, all right then, cool. That's all I got. Well, shit, appreciate it, Frank. That was great. Salute to you, my guy. Call in again. Call in next time. All right. So we're going to mute the phones. What we looking like, 9:15? Let's go to 9:30. I'm going to answer questions in the chat box until 9:30 because for a multitude of reasons, you know, some people may be at work and they can't be on the phone. You may have talked up your anytime minutes, anytime. You may be in Russia. You may be watching a show from Russia and you can't call in because of the long distance or whatever. So you maybe can only interact in the chat box. So this is me giving you an opportunity to ask a question from the chat box. So now, what are your questions? And I just get a hotline bling that says Randy Gregory working through reinstatement process after being suspended for the entire 2019 season. Let me just hit the damn. All right then. Let me get to your questions. Voch, how do you think Dak's contract will affect us cap-wise? It won't, because the money that they could possibly pay Dak, it's already been accounted for. So Dak's money isn't affecting us at all. Can I say we've upgraded at offensive line depth, Voch? Sure. If you have added a complementary offensive line piece at every spot, you know, whether it be through the draft or whether you acquiring Cam Irving, Brandon Knight taking the next leap, Connor McGovern's taking the next leap. I mean, we got the offensive line room is thick right now. Shouts out to Miss Jackie being up in here. Shouts out to you. I tell you what, man, when draft season is over and Cowboy season come back, all y'all just come back to the house. Y'all just come back. So y'all left the house when it was draft season because I was going real hard on draft. But it's Cowboy season now, so y'all just coming back into the crib. And there's always room for y'all to come back. Come on back. Your chair is exactly where you left it. T-Rod say, which Assassin's Creed are you playing? I'm playing Odyssey right now. And that will be my last PlayStation game before I switch over to PC. Love you too, Miss Jackie. Y'all know Miss Jackie got fantastic hugs. I gave Miss Jackie a hug, and I just didn't want to let her go. I didn't want to let her go. Anyway, I ever say y'all sleeping on Devin Smith? I don't think anybody's sleeping on Devin Smith. Voch, we were terrible on first and second down last year. How can we improve on that? Catch the ball. Catch the ball and block the mic. I'll tell you what. Plus, we can be better on first down, to where, if it was in the last administration on first down, we would run the ball. Maybe on this administration, we would do an RPO on first down. Maybe we'll throw deep on first down. Maybe we'll run a post corner on first down. Maybe we'll just take what the defense gives us on first down. So I think we execute if we throw the ball instead of running it on first down. If we, switch things up a little bit, When do you start seeing players train with pads on? 3 days in the training camp. So that's like sometime in July. So, There's CD from Texas. Shouts out to you, sir. Voch, will exchanging Williams and Smith help the offensive line and Smith's bad back? Like starting Connor Williams at left tackle and Tyron Smith as your swing tackle? I hate that idea. I don't like it at all. Like Tyron is still top tier. He just not a demigod no more. You know what I mean? He just not unbeatable no more. You know what I mean? But he's still one of the better left tackles in the league. He's still top 3. Still top 3. So, I'm not switching him. So is it $45 million average per year, or is it $45 million for the 5th year? He wants the 5th year to be $45 million. The 5th year to be $45 million. So it'll be 30-something, 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 30-something. Then when year 5 comes around and new money comes around and Pat Mahomes got 50, Dak will be making 45. It's just good agent. It's good agenting. I know I made that word up. Agenting. The agent's just being a good agent. He's looking out for his guy. But damn, can y'all figure this out so we can get Cowboy fans off my back, please? Ask me the questions I ain't got the answers to. What if we drafted Jalen Reagor, a burner? If we drafted Jalen Reagor with CeeDee Lamb on the board, I would be sick. If we drafted Jalen Reagor with Justin Jefferson on the board, I would be sick. So, all hail Coach Voch. I tell you what, if it was Coach Voch, we'll be winning the Super Bowl tomorrow. You hear me? You hear me what I say? You hear me what I say? Shit. And I know I could just be bigging myself up a little bit too much, man. But I mean, I sincerely feel like if I was calling plays to anybody's team, boy, we'd be smoking it. Boy, we would be smoking the game. Let's see. What else we got? And I'm gonna address all these super chats before I leave too. So trust me, I see all y'all, man. Calvin Williams for dropping a dime, man. Appreciate you. Ready Red in the chat box. What up, though? Do you see a difference in run blocking since 2016? The 2016 O-line was definitely better, but we'll see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Devin Smith is a beast, Voch. What you say about that? I guess. He ran past old boy in Washington, but we gotta see more from Devin Smith. Drummer Cam say, "What's up with the man? I done shut the phones off, Drummer. Why you ain't call back, man? Driving in the woods, Drummer Cam. That's it. That's what happened when you driving in the woods. Couldn't get that reception, man. She's Drummer Cam. Damn. Call in tomorrow, Drummer Cam. We're gonna do another show tomorrow. Call in tomorrow. Nah, Devin Smith is not as good as CeeDee Lamb, but I understand what you're saying, though. Always great content, Voch. Keep grinding. Salute, Dwayne Morris. Appreciate you. Let's see. Will Cooper show up to away games now? Coop has played well in away games before. But even if he can't, though, we got 3 other receivers that can, buddy. So that's cool. That's cool there. Voch, I have a question. What's your question, Big 300? What's your question? Voch, out of Gallup and Cooper, who's the better slot if Lamb plays outside? Amari Cooper is probably the best slot we have on this team right now, and that's big facts. But Amari Cooper is also the best outside receiver, the best X that we have on this team right now. So you want to keep him on the outside, but for sometimes, maybe like 10 plays, 20 plays a game, I want to put Coop in the slot to just see how he do. Just to run that mismatch. Plus another thing, and like I said, man, I don't coach anymore. I'm just speaking. If you run into one of these teams, we used to beat the shit out the Eagles because they didn't have any outside corners that can play outside. They acquired Darius Slay so they feel good about themselves. Well, if I was a Cowboy fan, I would imagine if Darius Slay is going to be your Cooper buster, then I'm definitely putting Cooper in the game in slot the whole game. Let me tell you why. Because if Amari Cooper's in the slot and Darius Slay is going to follow him in the slot, then you got the same damn whack-ass receivers playing outside you did last year. And we just going to eat you up on the outside. I wouldn't even put Lamb outside. I want to mismatch him. I want to put Gallup and Devin Smith outside. I want to put Gallup and Devin Smith in. Just let them run past people. Let them run past people. Oh goodness. You thought you got rid of your cornerback problem? Put Amari Cooper inside. That'll bring Slay inside. And now you right back again. You got Douglas and Sidney Jones outside just like you were last year. Now you right back to square one. Oh goodness! Don't let me start back coaching again. It's cheat codes everywhere. And then if you for some reason want to keep Slay on the outside to cover Devin Smith, which would be a bad idea, then you got Coop mismatching somebody on the inside. It's just what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Come on. But that's just me though. That's just my own football thoughts there. When are the Team Toxic shirts dropping? I'm working on them. How you like the Cowboy logo on the thumbnail? Do y'all like the Cowboy logo on the thumbnail? Because I can incorporate that somehow. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I'm going to design it or if I'm going to get Buddy from Indiana, not from Indiana, from India to design it that don't speak good English. One of us is going to design it. And when it's designed, y'all going to be the first ones to know. Because we got to design it, then then I'm gonna get one shipped to my crib to see how it look, and if I like it, they hit the streets. Do you think Dak needs to use his legs more? Man, Dak almost threw for 5,000 yards last year, bro. He ain't never got to use his legs if he ain't want to. He ain't never got to do it. Voch, will Philbin change the offensive line based on McCarthy and Kellen Moore's offense? Fantastic question. I don't think you should, though. I think if you Joe Philbin, you should come in and look at this offensive line and just ask questions. Like when you get new coaches, it's two things you can do. When you're a brand new coach, it's two things you can do. You could either make demands or you can ask questions. If this offensive line was whack, I'm walking in like, all right, guys, so this is what we're going to do on the offensive line. But if the offensive line is good, I'm walking in with a notepad like, all right, Tyron Smith, what you like to do? All right, Zach Martin, what works for you? Lael Collins, what's good for you, my guy? Okay. Connor Williams, tell me what you like. The Cowboys aren't an offensive line where you just come in and change shit. That's what we had problems with the year before last. You walk in and you ask questions and you stay humble. So, great question. Noah Brown will become a good blocking receiver. I tell you, I'm about to whisper something, so I want everybody to just squeeze their headphones real close to their ears so they can hear what I'm about to say about Noah Brown. I think Noah Brown gets cut this year. But we don't know yet. We'll see what happens. Bunchy Carter says, which new coach makes the biggest impact? Al Harris, because we ain't got Chris Richard no more. And I think if Chris Richard is teaching whack techniques to our corners and Al Harris comes in and teach good techniques to our corners and now all of a sudden we got 3 good corners because the technique is better, Al Harris. When do you think rookies will come to the facility? Well, the facility opened up today, so we'll see. what undrafted free agent do you think will make it? That's a great question too. It's not necessarily about how good they are. I think it's about the position and the path of least resistance. You know. So Rondell Carter could be a really good defensive end. The problem is that he's in a room filled with good defensive ends. Sean McKeon is a blocking tight end. Sean McKeon from Michigan, and then I just talked about Rondell Carter, the DN from James Madison. So Sean McKeon, the tight end from Michigan, all he got to do is block better than Dalton Schultz, and he makes the team. Sewu Olowonilua, the fullback from TCU. I like him a lot. All he got to do is beat Jamez Olawale and play some special teams, and he's on the team. That's all he got to do. Garrett Marino, who I think his body will develop and force him into playing one tech. If he's at one tech, it's only him, Dontari Poe, and Antoine Woods. That's it. Oloni Lua. Thank you. I can say it once I see it. Oloni Lua. That's his name. Sewu Oloni Lua. So yeah, I think it comes down to who has the path of least resistance. Like Terrence Steele got beat up on the Senior Bowl, and I ain't like him. But even if he did, he got to come in and beat Mitch Hyatt. Then he got to beat Brandon Knight. Then he got to, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fighting for these guys to do. Got to beat Cam Irvin. It's just a lot of fighting, you know? Kendrick Rogers probably not going to make this team. You know, it just is what it is. I think that's everybody's going to make the team. 3 more questions. 3 more questions. Then I'm going to go play Assassin's Creed. Well, I'm going to do some more work. I'm going to watch some more film because I want to drop a running back film session at some point this week. And I'm going to probably prepare myself to do a blog for next week, just a soliloquy for next week, episode 3. So I'm gonna be taking notes for that, and I'm gonna try to do my film session for tomorrow. I'm gonna be looking at the running backs. I'm gonna be looking at Oloni Lua. I'm gonna be looking at Rico Dowdle from South Carolina and Darius Anderson. Darius Anderson got some Senior Bowl film where he was at practice doing like a blocking drill, and like Zach Bond smoked his boots one time. I think, man, it was crazy. Azur Kamara, he got a long road before he makes this team. He's a linebacker. So 3 more questions and we gone. I hope there's some good ones. Who would you say is wide receiver 4, 5, and 6? Well, I'll tell you this though, and a lot of people not realizing this when we say things like Dez Bryant or Kendrick Rogers can just come in and be wide receiver 6. To be wide receiver 6 on this team, you got to play some kind of special teams, right? I don't think those guys are going to be kick returning or covering kicks to go tackle somebody. So Devin Smith is probably going to be your 4th guy. But think about what John V. Johnson and his super speed can do for you. John V. Johnson can cover punts. John V. can return. John V. can go play kickoff. I don't recommend putting John V. at kickoff, but he can do it if you need him to. I just think John V. probably going to be the 5th guy, and it's going to be a battle between Cedric Wilson and the rest of them. Yeah. Have you seen the CeeDee Lamb blocking video? Nope, because Voch Lombardi has a CeeDee Lamb blocking video. So there you go. How many personal files? The personal files is Team Toxic. You get personal files in personal. I ain't heard football in so long. I forgot football had personal files. I don't think we get that many. We're toxic off the field, not on it. We're toxic off the field, not on it. So yeah, my bad. My favorite Basslers. Let me tell you something, man. Spinners. Cranks work. a lot of people say plastic worms, but the worms never work for me. The little fake joints. Jigs and cranks, man. Jigs and cranks. That'll be my preferred bass lures. Bass, but I think that's like universal though, right? Like wouldn't everybody say the same thing for the most part? That's kind of like well, and you know what? Let me not say that because I didn't have some damn crickets and caught plenty. And then when I go saltwater fishing, I just get some live shrimp and I've caught plenty. So I mean, it depends. It depends. It depends. Voch is an outdoorsman. Yeah, Voch be fishing. Voch wants to take up archery when I get my new house. I want to learn archery, and Voch shoots a lot. Voch gonna definitely get back into hunting. We in Texas, so I want to go hog hunting. Take me an AR out there and catch some hog. But I'm in Houston right now, so I do a lot of saltwater fishing. I got a spot that not a lot of people go to, and I catch a lot of saltwater catfish. Catch some red drum out there. Catch some catfish, red drum, and sheephead. Ugly ass sheephead. If y'all ever seen an ugly ass sheephead, but they taste delicious, so it'll be weird. Y'all follow my Instagram if y'all haven't. Voch Lombardi on Instagram. You will see me do a lot of these things there. You'll see a lot of my visits to the range, and I'm working on this second YouTube channel where I will be blogging, and I'll take my camera when I go fishing. I'll take my camera when I go hunt. I'll take my camera when I go to the range, when I do maintenance on some things. So, caught some flounder the other day. I tell you what, man. My very first fish I ever caught was a flounder under a bridge, because flounder like to be hiding. So yeah, flounder be hiding, man. I didn't even know like sheephead got people teeth. like not like you would think fish teeth would look, but sheephead got like molars and bicuspids in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all that. I do not go spearfishing. All right, yo, look, this was a fantastic show. This show was fantastic. I appreciate all y'all for coming through. Let me just hit this war cry one more time for coming through, man. Like I just said, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI. I do different things on those channels, so y'all go check it out. You want to see my fishing, my shooting, and my other little things that I've done? That's on the Instagram. If you want to just see me talking crazy to the I Am Legend monsters, go over to the Twitter. Go check out my shirts and my and my merch and all that. I'm gonna be working on my Team Toxic design. I'm gonna try to come up with some things on my own, and then I'm gonna hit up the cat from India that does all my other t-shirt designs. We're gonna have a conversation about it and see if we can get those Team Toxic shirts done. That'll be cool. I told y'all I got some brand new technology on the way. I've been working this live stream, this YouTube channel with this refurbished 2011 MacBook Pro. And I'm about to get me a big ass PC on the way. So with new PC comes new upgrades. The channel's going to be a lot more sleek. The film session's going to be a lot more pretty. The live stream's going to be running flawlessly. We could do a lot more things with the live stream. And the second channel is going to be coming. We're going to be recording things in 1080p and 4K. You saw the blogs, just a soliloquy. Check those out. Those are incredibly fun. On Part 2, which was the episode I dropped yesterday, I talked all about the Cowboys pass rushers, and I even talked about Aldon Smith, so look at my foresight. So if you want some Aldon Smith analysis, you can go watch that blog from yesterday. If you want the Aldon Smith film session, type in Voch Lombardi Aldon Smith film session, and you'll go see the film session. Joe Sandberg said Voch needs a CeeDee Lamb jersey. Facts. It's on the way. You're and besides that, man, I just appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate my super chats. I appreciate my PayPal, my Patreon. People, the Patreon been booming. Don't forget, I got some content coming that way if you want to get into the fantasy football drawing, assuming that we have fantasy football this year. I'm gonna do 2 leagues via Patreon, man. So salute to y'all. And let me go to my super chat so I can see what y'all been talking about. Shouts out to Josh Bryant. twice. Josh Bryant twice. Tyrone McCullum, appreciate you. Javon Brooks dropped a dime, appreciate you. Joshua Bryant dropped another one. Appreciate you. If you had to rank quarterbacks between Dak, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, who you got? Dak's better than all those people. Dak's better than all those gentlemen. Appreciate you. Dak's like top 7 in the league to me, in my opinion, but that's a whole nother show. Nene dropped the deuce because she love me. B Wee dropped a dime. I talked to him on Twitter a lot. Appreciate you, man. We hitting the quarterback this year, my guy. Salute to you. Salute to you. I actually want to get into MMA. B Wee. I want to get to some MMA, man, just to work out and smoke people on the streets if they ever think it's sweet, man. Just to keep my family safe and all that. So, shouts out to you, man. Joseph Kirsch, JJ, Cornelius Edwards, KJ, and Belly. Appreciate all of y'all for super chatting today. This has been a fun show. Shouts out to Uncle Charlie, man. He had a fantastic call today. Uncle Charlie had what'd he say? Look, three streams ago, Uncle Charlie was like if you walk up to a model at a swimsuit contest and she got on Timberland boots, she not a model, she's a terrorist. Uncle Charlie got a gym every time he call in. But anyway, y'all hold it down for the Doski, Woski, and the Peasky Whiskey, man. Until next time, peace, y'all. Salute. Have a good one. Be safe. Stay in the house so we can get football on time, you heard?